Mazz's Tears.
Yeah, those are the tears of a clown.
Mazz's Tears.
The second tier.
Hold on, let me get my pen.
Mazz's Tears.
Dallas. Buffalo. Tennessee.
Mazz's Tears.
Third tier.
Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me get my pen.
Mazz's Tears. 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 Tears.
With a heavy heart, we play the theme and the anthem for Mazz's Tears, produced by the incomparable Big Jim Murray, based off of Ozzy Osbourne's. Was it a hit?
Big hit.
No More Tears?
No More Tears, 1991, yeah.
Big early 90s hit, No More Tears. It's obviously a sponsored segment, too, because it's a juggernaut. I'll give you the phone number now because I know you want to call and add and whatever. The Tears are brought to you. It's not here.
Bernardi Auto Group?
I'm sure it's by the Bernardi Automotive Group, which always finishes top tier, very tippy top of the top tier with everyone. They sell and service all sorts of vehicles. And if I had the copy in front of me, I'd tell you exactly which ones.
Hondas,
Audis,
Volvo,
Acuras,
Audi,
Toyotas,
Yeah.
Volvos.
Yep.
Bernardi for now, Bernardi for life.
And I speak from experience. They are definitely top tier.
Okay. What's this week's subject, Mazz?
Okay, so in the wake of the Red Sox inability to catch a strike, we decided to, because there were some really stupid mistakes there. It triggered a tangential thought, which in my mind is most memorable, what I would call brainlocks or breakdowns. Okay?
Boners.
Yeah. But when I say that, I don't. There's got to be a mental component to it.
It's not a physical mistake. It's a mental mistake.
Right. It's decision making.
Got
it's,
it.
Just sort of just brain locks. Like
decision making.
What were you possibly thinking? For the most part, there's a little bit of latitude in there, which we'll get to momentarily, as there always are in the tiers. But we'll start with tier 3. Some of these should be pretty apparent. And again, they're memorable. 1994, Larry Walker, then a member of the Montreal Expos, caught a fly ball and handed it to a fan. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And there were 2 outs. Right. Meanwhile, the runners are running around the bases, and Walker had to go back and get the ball. It's a famous clip.
Good one.
Most people remember that. It was a regular season game. It was early in the year, but people remember it. Steve Bartman interferes. 2000.
Not a superhero, right?
Yeah, it's Batman. 2003 playoffs interfere with Moises Alou in left field. Bad decision. Helped cost the Cubs a game and potentially a world championship. 1986, Mike, you might remember this. I didn't.
Totally do.
Steve Smith, defenseman for the Edmonton Oilers.
Calgary.
Shot the puck off of Grant Fuhr's skate or stick.
Yep.
Went into his own net.
Yep.
Cost him a goal. They lost to Calgary in a Game 7.
I remember.
Big mistake. Just a stupid play. The Indianapolis Colts fake punt against the Patriots in 2015.
All-timer.
Some of the local ones have obviously stick in our minds a little bit more. That play remains to me one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen. Jim Joyce, the umpire, blown call of Armando Galarraga's perfect game as a member of the Tigers. And I say blown call because I wouldn't typically include blown calls, but that one was so egregious you had to wonder where his head was. He just was, and he apologized and cried the next day. Remember that?
Of course.
It was such an egregious mistake that it was impossible to leave out of this. I generally refrained on this list from officials and referees and, umpires' mistakes.
It's a good moment in that. It was horrible what happened to Galarraga, but that he cried. We should live in a world where more refs and umps are forced to be shamed and end up crying in public because they screwed up.
And you know what? Galarraga forgave him. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that part I don't like.
It was kind of a cool moment. I forgot about this one. Ryan, our producer today, who's helping replacing Kevin Majori back there. Garrett Cole last year was dominating the Dodgers in the World Series. Forgot to cover first base.
Oh, right, yeah.
On a play, did not get off the mound and cover first base. The Dodgers rallied. Freddie Freeman hit a home run, and the Dodgers clinched the World Series that night because Garrett Cole.
That was like a massive unraveling.
Huge. And this is one you brought up, Mike, that I remembered, but I had to go back and watch the video. Matt O'Connor, a goalie for BU in the national championship, trying to catch a puck, then dropped it between his legs and into the net.
This was Eichel's team. This was what should have been in the national championship team. They were up 3-2 in the third period. This was the team that was later investigated for gambling. So I don't know.
I don't know if that's a mental error or a financial
It's just
thinking.
worth mentioning because this goalie completely crapped himself in the third period. But this particular play, he just gloved a puck. It was a clear into the zone. He gloved it and then proceeded to drop it between his legs into the net for the game-tying goal in the third period.
So we're putting it down as a boner.
It's a boner, but
There might be financial reasons for that boner.
as Joe Murray would say,
Speaking of which, you remind me, we do need a sniffing sound effect.
well, we do because I don't have the schnoz power. Murray does. Murray's a nose.
I'm all schnoz.
I mean, there's times over here Murray's just breathing through his nose into the
Yeah.
mic. You ever pick up on it?
Yo, say all the time.
It's
all the time.
It sounds like Alex Barth down at Gillette today.
McAdam used to be like
Oh
that,
my
too.
God, the nose breathing into the mic. It's like, wow.
Sometimes I look at Murray from the side and I think he's wearing those fake glasses and mustache. Tier 2, let's jump ahead to Tier 2, shall we?
We shall.
2018 NBA Finals, Game 1, J.R. Smith dribbles out the clock.
Awesome.
Nice job.
Remember the look from LeBron, too?
Man, what
Like,
the hell are you doing?
Yeah, tie game, and he looked at him like he thought they had the lead. He forgot to score. He dribbled out the clock. Which brings us to Chris Webber calling a timeout that he did not have in 1993, resulted in a technical foul, famous play in the NCAA tournament. Another one, Fred Brown, guard for Georgetown. We talked about this game last week, the Michael Jordan game when he won it for North Carolina. The next play of that game was Fred Brown brainlocking and passing the ball directly to James Worthy, who played for North Carolina to blow the national championship. Phil Mickelson, famous one here on Felger and Mazz, 2006 U.S. Open at Wingfoot, decided to take out his driver when all he had to do was put it in the fairway on the 17th hole to win the U.S. Open. He hit it off the effing hospitality tent. We all know what happened after that. Complete meltdown. Leon Lett, former defensive lineman of the Dallas Cowboys, who's actually on this list twice.
I don't know why I've never tied these two together.
The
but
Miami game is what.
so obvious. And then the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl, when he was running,
Beebe.
he was running in the end zone, stuck the ball out. Don
Yeah.
Beebe ran up behind him and knocked the ball out of his hand.
That was a 30-point game at the time.
It was
didn't
a
cost them
blowout.
the game, but
But they lost that game to Miami in Dallas, and it snowed there, right?
Yes,
Is that
that's
Correct.
so?
And
Yeah.
Murray, what happened on that final play is because he touched the ball after they blocked the field goal, Miami got another crack at it and then won the game on the
Right.
final play. So it was 14-13 at that time, but Miami kicked the field goal 116-14. And then the miracle at the Meadowlands in 1978. Giants are about to beat the Eagles. All they have to do is take a knee, but they decided to hand the ball off. Larry Zonka fumbled. Joe Pisarcik was the quarterback. Herman Edwards picked it up, ran into the end zone for a touchdown. One of the great blunders in NFL history.
And that is the subject of this week's Tiers, Sports Boners, Brainlocks. Sports Brainlocks, giving you first two tiers, meaning tiers 3 and 2. Here are the all-time sports Brainlocks in tier 1, according to Mazz.
Okay, now one of these is a little bit of a stretch, but work with me. And I'll start from the bottom and work up here. Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield. Now, I don't know that you could call this a conscious decision as much as you could call it losing your composure, getting your ass kicked, and deciding to bite someone's ear off. But to me, it's one of the more memorable oddities that took place on the field or in the arena of play or competition in sports history. It was an
Watching that in real time is one of the 5 wildest things I've witnessed as a sports fan.
I mean, Murray, do you remember that?
Oh, I remember it like yesterday.
That there was actually a piece
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Holyfield's ear on the
100%.
canvas.
Yeah.
That Mike Tyson spit out after biting off the tip of his ear. A completely crazy event. Too many men on the ice, the Bruins, Don Cherry, 1979, and Cherry gets the blame, or took the blame, because he was the coach, but really, one of the epic brainlocks. Don Marcotte, a Bruins winger, was involved in the play. Peter McNabb was involved in the play. It's unclear exactly who was supposed to be on, who was supposed to be off.
You know what's great is that the players that I've talked to, Milbury anyway, there might be another one, know who was really at fault and won't say it.
Is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
They cover for him.
Yeah,
Good for them.
yeah.
Yeah, good for them.
They won't give them up.
I think on that play that they had 6 guys on the ice for something close to 30 seconds.
Apparently, they were doing it all third period, and the linesman was warning them, that guys, I'm going to have to call this. And then they did it so egregiously that the linesman had to do it, that it wasn't a ticky-tack. It wasn't a one-off. It was almost out of exasperation where the linesman was telling they choked as a team so badly that, well, that's the story I heard.
They couldn't count.
They couldn't count.
Couldn't count. And in fact, Boston comes on, shows up on this list a couple of times.
Shocker.
Grady Little, 2003, leaving Pedro in that game. Well, we don't have to relive that one. I think everybody knows it. At the time, I thought it was a good decision.
Yes, I remember you and McAdam.
Yeah, it was one of my big mistakes. Yeah, and I've made many. Pete Carroll throwing the football 2014. As Mike Francesa would say, block it, touchdown. He probably goes in backwards. And finally, I still think like the greatest meltdown ever,
all time,
to somebody completely losing his mind and not making a single good decision, was Jean Van de Velde in the 1999 British Open. I think he was up 3 strokes on the final tee. 3 strokes. All he had to do was hit an iron out in the fairway, put it on. He could have 3-putted, and he would have won the tournament by 2. He instead hit driver, which triggered a chain reaction that led to a triple bogey, and he had to make like a significant putt to get into a playoff, at which point he lost. It was a complete freaking disaster. Trying to hit it out of the water, taking off his shoes and socks.
Oh,
my gosh. Like the worst thing ever that you will ever see.
That Bruins Too Many Men reminded me, you know which one we forgot for a Bruins boner? Marchand not getting off the ice with the line change at the end of the first period in Game 7 against the Blues.
Good one.
Belongs somewhere.